talk about the shooting that took place at Family Research Council's headquarters in 2012. That obviously hits home for me because I have followed and admired the great work of FRC as both a pastor involved for a number of years and now as a member of Congress. In 2010, the SPLC, as we've talked about today, designated Family Research Council as an anti-LGBTQ hate group and placed it on its so-called hate map. And as I stated in our hearing last regarding the SPLC, there's nothing hateful about the Family Research Council. Family Research Council is a pro-family, pro-life group that promotes the Christian values held by many, many Americans. But that didn't stop the SPLC from placing FRC on this map. What was clearly a politically motivated designation was intended to harm FRC, and it had dire consequences. We've mentioned it today. On August 15, 2012, Floyd Lee Corkins II entered Family Research Council's headquarters in Washington, D.C. and opened fire. It was FRC security guard Leo Johnson who heroically tackled Corkins to the ground and wrestled the gun out of his hand despite being shot in the arm. And thankfully, no one was killed, and Corkins was sent to prison for a period of time. However, I want to bring attention today to what Corkins told the police, which we happen to have on video right here. And I would call your attention to Corkins' video.
Now, how did you, this building, this organization, how did you find it? Or did you look it up online, or how did you know about it?
Southern Poverty Law lists anti-gay groups, and I found them online.
Okay.
A little bit of research, went to their website and stuff like that.
Okay.
I did a little bit of research, and guess where he landed? There's no speculation here, you know? There's no need for interpretation at this. The convicted shooter specifically cited SPLC as his source for finding out about Family Research Council. Speaks for itself. Mr. Perkins, what was your immediate reaction when you found out that the shooter learned about FRC through this SPLC hate map?
Congressman Harris, I actually anticipated that was the case. In fact, the day after, before the FBI acknowledged it, I stood before dozens of TV cameras on the street in front of FRC and said that FRC may not have pulled the trigger, but they inspired the gunman. I was mocked by the media, but then the testimony, the confession came out. And I asked at that point to SPLC take down Christian groups from this list. They didn't, and the consequences have been in 2017, one of your colleagues, one of my former colleagues, Steve Scalise, was shot. He was targeted by the SPLC. And then, of course, last year, Charlie Kirk, who also was targeted by SPLC, was assassinated. So there is culpability in knowing that this list, this ideological labeling leads to violence.
No doubt. And as of yesterday, when I looked up FRC on SPLC's hate map, your organization is still listed despite this attack in 2012. So what impact has this continued designation has it had on the organization and your staff?
Well, fortunately, we were large enough that we could sustain SPLC and their blood money that they've been raising to target conservative groups. It has hurt us. We spent $6 million just to enhance our security. It's funny, they're crying now that they're getting their own medicine, that Fidelity is not giving money to them. How about the thousands of conservative groups that were denied donor-driven funds because SPLC's labeling? Is there fairness in that? I think not.
And I will say, this may seem like a silly question, but following the 2012 attack on your headquarters, did SPLC ever reach out to apologize?
No.